All right, welcome back. I hope you really enjoyed the first session and you've really learned a lot about KNUST and our preparation to welcome you back to campus. In this second session, we have more very relevant information for you. We are going to listen to the Director of Sports, who is going to introduce you to all the sporting facilities and the games that we have to make sure that you are physically strong for academic work. After him will come the Head of Counseling, KNUST Counseling Center, Mrs. Victoria de Graft Ejay. You know, your mental and emotional well-being is very dear to us. It's going to guide you and help you with all this information as well. After him will come the fire team of KNUST. You know, most of you are going to use electrical cooker and other things. How do you ensure the safety of your hostels and your room? So the fire team will be here to give you some tidbits how to prevent fire in your hostel and also other places of accommodation. Now, most of us come to campus and come and engage in so much religious activity that we neglect the primary purpose of coming to campus. So the Protestant and the Catholic priests will be here to also give you some idea how to effectively combine religious life and academic life so that you can have a balanced life on campus KNUST. After him, all the library is a bloodline of your academic work here. You can't come to KNUST without visiting the library. The head of the KNUST library, Dr. Samuel Nikwe, will be here also to take you through the library services on campus and how to make sure that you effectively use the library services available to you to ensure you have a good academic life. After him, our postgraduate students, the Dean of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Nicholas Chebafo, will come and introduce you to our postgraduate studies on KNUST campus. There will be a detailed presentation of postgraduate studies for you at your various programs level. After him, the head of IPO, Professor Asase, also come and introduce you to all the international programs that we have on KNUST. Last but not the least, when you arrive on KNUST, how do you come to campus or how do you reach out? So our local taxi union, the leader there, will also come and share with you how to identify their taxis, where to go, where not to go, which car to board, which car not to board, to arrive safely on campus and also at your hostel. I hope you enjoy our this second session as well. Thank you very much. Let's keep watching. Catch you later.
I welcome all of you to the beautiful campus of KNUST. It's a very big privilege to be admitted to this great university, and we are sure that with your presence here, you are going to achieve your aims. You are all welcome. Now, I'm going to talk about sports in KNUST. The word sports stands for all varieties of activities that will enhance your physical well-being as well as other well-beings, your spiritual, emotional, everything. Because on campus, if you don't get yourself involved in physical activity, when you start by the first semester, the stress alone can kill you. So always we make sure that at least when you are on campus, you must do some physical activities to keep the stress of learning down. And secondly, to help you physically to be able to go through your academic work. Now, the aim of sports in KNUST, and as well as all other institutions, is to, one, keep you in good spirit, keep you physically, keep you to be able to match your academic learning time, and for you to be able to stand the stresses that we have because of academic work. KNUST sports look at both male and female. It is not only male this thing. So we entreat all of you to be part of whatever activities the sports directorate will enroll in the course of the semester. Sports is an integral part of the university. Every university has sports in it because of its major constituents. Like I said from the beginning, if you are not physically fit, the mind will not also be able to sustain what you wanted to achieve. The sports in KNUST is affiliated to so many grounds. One, we are affiliated to World University Sports Association with an acronym of FISU, F-I-S-U. It is also affiliated to Federation of African University Sports with an acronym of FASU. We are also affiliated to WAOG, which stands for West African University Sports Games Council. And nationally, we are affiliated to GUSA, Ghana University Sports Association. Why? All this tells you that sports is not done at the university alone. If you happen to have the talent, we can groom you to attain all other levels. The recent Olympics will tell you one of our Ghanaian athletes made it to the Olympics in the person of Benjamin Azameti. So that tells you how far university sports can take you. We don't concentrate on only the national. If you do well and you are picked, you can progress to the other affiliated bodies up to World University Games, which is done biannually. Now, at KNUST, normally, as you have come now, we begin to introduce our university sports to you through what we call freshers games or freshmen and women games. And here we introduce all types of sporting activities to you. We encourage everyone to take part in as many sports as they can. Why are we doing this? We don't want to concentrate on only the so-called talented athletes. No, we open up for even new recruits. Once you have the interest to do something, please, when you are asked to write down your name, put down your name. When you are asked to participate, you come out and tell us where your interest lies. It is our mandate to train you so that at least by the time you leave the walls of this university, you will have at least one sport that you can call your own, that at your old age, you will still love to do it. That is our mandate. We don't look at only students alone. The sports is open to both staff and students. The only thing I will encourage you when you want to take part in sports is one thing which we call time management. I have seen some students, because of their interest, they will not like to learn. No, we will not allow you to do that, because your first mandate here is to learn on the program that you choose to study. And we will make sure that you learn. If you don't learn, will discourage you from taking part in the sports. We know it can take you to so many places, but once you gain enrollment into the university, make sure you manage your time well. After studies, you make a little time for the sports. Not after the sports, you will not go to lectures. We will not allow that. So, in your stay here, we will entreat all of you to make sure that you manage your time well, so that when it comes to your academics, you will also excel. I have so many students who have passed through and have made it first class with their sports. And that is what we are encouraging all of you to do. When it comes to facilities at the university, during this orientation or just after it, you must make time to go around all the facilities so that whichever one you want to access, you can do it on your own. We have the Pajo Stadium at the center part of the university, which has so many other facilities. It has an athletic oval, a football pitch, a hockey pitch, 2 basketball courts, 2 volleyball courts, a handball court, a netball court, and 2 football pitches. After the Pajo facilities, we have the tennis courts, which can be found at the staff club. At the staff club, we have 4 tennis courts, both training and competition courts. Then around the halls, Katanga has 2 courts, Queens has 2 courts, making 8 courts on campus. You can decide to use any of them. What we want you to do is, anytime you want to use any facility, just inform us. Apart from that, we have the Olympic-sized swimming pool on campus. As a student, you are entitled to it, and the student rate is 15 cedis. The use of the swimming pool is not free because the treatment of the water is very expensive. But for the students, it has been rebated to 15 cedis, and anytime you want to use it, you take your ID card along so that they will know that you are a student, then you can access it. It's always open for your use. On the issue of facilities or equipment, let me say equipment. If you want any equipment and you don't have it, take your student ID card and go to the sports office and request for that equipment. They will take your ID number, give your ID card to you. After use, bring the equipment back and they will lock you out. If you fail to do this, at the end of the semester or the year, if you don't return the item, you will be billed, and that will be about 6 times the cost of that one. So I will entreat you, whichever equipment you want to use, please go to the sports directorate, collect it. They will take your ID numbers, and when you finish using it, you bring it back. The way forward. KNUST this academic year is going to host GUSA Games. And I know all of you sitting down have some potentialities in you. We will entreat you to be part of every activity that will enroll in the course of the semester, so that if there is a hidden talent in you, we can develop it so that you'll be part of the university games. It is a great joy to be part of the university team. There are so many benefits that I wouldn't like to mention. Just explore it and let's see what will happen. On that note, we welcome all of you on campus. Congratulations.
You are welcome to the KNUST, and you are with the KNUST Counseling Center. Today, I am here, Mrs. Victoria de Graaf Teje. I'm the head of the KNUST Counseling Center, and I'm going to talk to you about emotional and mental well-being of students. So KNUST, after giving you admission, make sure that your emotional and mental well-being is taken care of. Now, when we talk of emotional and mental well-being, emotionally we are talking about you becoming somebody who would have quality individual experiences as an individual in KNUST. It covers your demographics, whether you are male or female, your economic standing, talking about your financial issue status. Then the situation that you find yourself in can affect your emotional well-being. So we know that COVID-19 has made people or changed people emotionally and how they even see things. So about people are having issues with coping with COVID-19 because we are not in normal times and the way we do things have changed. Now with mental health, according to WHO, it's not just the absence of illness, but the fact that you are able to realize your abilities, you can cope with normal stresses in life, you become fruitful when you are studying or working, and again, you can contribute to your society or community. So in providing you these services, KNUST established the Counseling Center. And the Counseling Center was established in 1993 to provide welfare services to students. Then in 1997, the center was placed under the Dean of Students Office. Initially, the Dean of Students Office was not there, and so the center was working as even the Dean of Students Office at that time in 93. But in 97, the Dean of Students Office was established, and the center or the unit, then it was counseling unit, it was placed under the Dean of Students Office. Then in 2016, it became a counseling center, and the major activity or our vision is to promote quality mental health services or environment at KNUST for students and then staff. So we make sure that all the services that we provide is to promote quality mental health. Now, for us to do that, we have varied services through our staff. And our staff, we have clinical psychology, we have counseling psychologists, and we make sure that our services are provided under safe, respectful, confidential, and then compassionate environment where you feel free and maintain your subjective well-being. So in order to support the work, compared to the number of students and the number of staff we have, we also train some voluntary KNUST workers who can be academics or administrators who also support the services that we provide to students. They are called skilled helpers. So every year we take them through basics in counseling and we see them as para counselors to support students in the lecture halls and in the hostels. Then we also train peer counselors. They are students who are trained as peer counselors. Every year we have about 100 to 150 students who come up voluntarily. They are also trained. They go to the hostels, they go to the halls, to the hospitals, and in their classrooms or lecture halls, they support their own colleagues as well. So I'm sure that very soon when we bring in the adverts, you would want to also support other people, which would also be your way of providing support to your colleagues. So we do that, and they also do referrals to the center. It helps a lot. Then for the services that we provide, we do individual counseling and then specialized counseling. So if it's somebody having challenges with his or academics, we are there to support. We can even do couple or family counseling. Someone can bring an issue and you realize that at the end of the day, it's the mother, the father who are all involved, and they need to be part of the process so they can support their child in school. So we bring in a couple or family. And if, let's say, somebody who is married and is a student has a problem, then the other partner will have to be brought into the scene. So we do that. Then we do crisis management. When there are issues that need immediate attention, if somebody loses a loved one, it could be a mother, a father, and we need to break the news, we have to be there. If a student loses the father at home, we need to tell the student. If a student dies and we need to inform the parents, we have to do that. Then we also do the training for students in different activities or in different topics. We have psychoeducational seminars and workshops. Very soon when you come to school, we are going to have a workshop for you to be able to adjust in an environment away from home, so that you know how to go about your activities on campus, even your studies, and become a grade A student. When the time comes and we call you, please make sure you come around. Then we also have career counseling for students. It is something that we do a lot. We also have our annual emotional and counseling awareness week, where we have a week-long activity. It happens in February. We start from Tuesday and we end on Saturday. We have a time where somebody will come and talk about relationship issues. And at the end of the day, on Friday, that is on Saturday, sorry, on Saturday, we make sure that we give you support freely in health. So we give you health screening in breast issues, HIV, hepatitis, blood group, and some even have the opportunity to donate blood to the K University Hospital and then the Confanoche Hospital. We support persons with disabilities as well. And so we pray that even if you come and you have any challenge and you are a disabled person, please don't hesitate to come to the counseling center. And we make sure that we back whatever we do with research. So we make sure everything that we do, we look at research, the best practices, so that we can enhance the services that we provide to students. So accommodation issues, financial issues, issues with examination, wanting to defer your course, change your program, general counseling issues, please, the counseling center is there to support you. Now at this point, I want you to get to know some of the challenges that students go through. Apart from relationship issues, roommate issues, financial issues, there are these 3 things that I want you to take note so you take care of yourself. Narcotics, drug use and abuse, gambling and betting. These are things that we've realized that students engage in. Sometimes consciously or unconsciously, they are there and it affects them. So when we talk about illicit drug use or gambling, we are saying that most youth are going through such things and it's becoming a norm. They can just get onto their phones and they take it. They bet on soccer, they bet on even things that they watch on TV, anything, they can easily bet on it. Somebody would say that, yes, I'm going to chat with this girl. If the girl accepts me, you are going to pay this and that. And they bet. It's something that is easy for them to do. And as time goes on, it becomes a bigger challenge. People use their school fees to even bet. And we want us to continue to talk about it so that we will not get into it. Now, when we talk about narcotic drugs and substance use, we are talking about drugs that we shouldn't be using, which can easily affect us, like opium, heroin, morphine, and other things like the marijuana that we hear of, and even tramadol that students are using. Please, we know that these are drugs that can stimulate you. It can inhibit your central nervous system. It can also cause hallucination in your system, and it can easily make a lot of differences in your personal abilities to do things. And so we want you to know that it is not something good for you to engage in. What are some of the effects that you can get when you use these drugs? Sometimes you can age easily. You are not 50 years but 25, but you can begin to look like somebody who is even 50 years. It weakens your immune system. Sometimes you can get heart conditions, you feel nausea, having abdominal pains, and even having problems in your internal organs, liver, and other things. You can get seizures, stroke, and problems with memory. And again, globally, we have realized that it can even affect men. Continuous use of drugs can make them develop breasts as well. So if you are engaging in that, be very careful. Now with gambling, you realize that is a game of chance and accident. So anything at all can happen. You are not sure of whatever you are going to get. And when that happens, it can put you under stress. So please, what are some of the signs or things that you can engage in that will make you get to know that you are getting into a state where you are liking or getting to like gambling? One, it is the feel to be secretive. If you want to do those things secretly, you don't want people to know, and you hide to do it, then it is telling you that you are getting into that state. And so please make sure that you become open in some of these things so that you don't end up taking into gambling or betting as an activity, or it becomes a habit for you. Then when you have control or trouble controlling yourself, then again, even if you don't want to, you feel like getting money to do it, then you are pushed to borrow to even get into gambling. It is becoming a problem. You have to be very careful. Sometimes you can even steal to go and then gamble. You can use your school fees to do it. And then if family starts to complain about you, make sure or know that it is something that is causing problems, because they don't know what you are doing, but they see that there's something wrong. So it is a sign. Now, how can you stop this? How can you stop gambling? It starts with making decisions, healthier choices. Now, if you make a decision, it means that you make a decision to gamble. So if you make a decision to stop, then truly you are going to stop it. So it's a decision. Start with a decision to stop it. And when you start with the decisions to stop, you can take measures to put a stop to it. Then the money. Without the money, you cannot take or gamble. So you can even get a friend to take care of your money or keep your money for you so that you don't take it anyhow. You can tell your bankers to keep your money, and you have times that you can get into your account, and you can also look at the time. If you have enough time, then you can gamble. So try to engage yourself with things that will make you occupied so you don't have enough time. We always say that the devil finds work for the idle hand. So if you are not getting work to do, or you are not occupied, then you are likely to have time to gamble. So occupy yourself with things that would prevent you from gambling. Then it's a game. Most of the time, it's a game that leads people to gambling. So if you are somebody who thinks that you watch soccer too much, and as you watch soccer, you are talking of Ronaldo and then Messi. So Messi will score, Ronaldo will win, all those things. If you think that is what is propelling you to want to gamble, then you have to put a stop to it. Do something, another activity that would stop you. Again, if it's your phone that you can easily tap on your phone and gamble, then you can also try to restrict yourself with the use of your smartphone. You can go for YAM, and then it will restrict you, or you can put your phone somewhere. That is very, very important. Now, how can you help yourself in treating yourself when you have problems or you are addicted to illicit drug use and then gambling? One major thing that you can do is to go for rehab. And in the rehab, you are somehow restricted. Sometimes you get medication to support you from other things that would push you into gambling or into using the drugs. For instance, if you are somebody who is depressed because of an issue, you want to take the drugs and then you feel okay. And so when we get to know that, you will get some medications that would help you to stop. Then again, it is very important that sometimes we use CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, to also support you to change your thinking about issues, and that would help you to feel okay about yourself and not to be depressed to go for drugs or gambling. Again, we can bring in the family. The family comes in and it helps you a lot. When you have love, care, and support from family, it helps you to feel good and better about yourself, so you don't even have any issues of financial challenges or getting people who will care for you, let alone go into drugs and then gambling to get money. Now, how can these things affect your academic life as a student? One, you realize that most people who take drugs have a low capacity for learning. their memory and attention is also very low. So don't think that if you take any drug, it will help you or give you the urge to study. No, some people can take the drugs and they go off. Some of them, they can even be off for days or weeks before they come back to themselves. So it's difficult. You are going to have reduced intellectual capacity and your studies will be affected, which is the more reason why you have come to KNUST. And again, students who smoke regularly, like we and marijuana, have had poorer educational outcomes, and you are likely not to graduate with your colleagues. I think you don't want that to happen to you, so please be very careful. If you start taking alcohol early, you are likely to have brain issues, and it can alter your function. And again, you cannot even achieve in your academics. So using some of these things, some of the drugs, and when you are not even asked to use it, we know that some of the drugs are drugs that are used in the hospital. But if you are not asked to use it and you use it frequently, you are going to have challenges. People who use drugs a lot are likely to get D's and C's in their exams. So you should be very careful. Now, what you can do is that you need to ask for help if you have such challenges. Please don't feel shy, because if you ask for help, it shows that you are courageous and you are strong, because you know what is good for you and you are asking for it. So come to the counseling center. We are there to support you. For us to offer the best support for you, we are accredited with the Ghana Psychology Council. The staff in the KNUST Counseling Center, we are all accredited. The center itself is accredited with the Ghana Psychology Council. We have collaboration with Peace and Love Hospital, Konfanochi Teaching Hospital, the KNUST Hospital, and then PPAG. We work together with them to support you. Then we also have bi-weekly trainings to help us to provide you the best services. And again, internationally, we are also accredited, or we are working together with the American Psychology Council. And again, the KCC has a board that regulates what we do. For you to also get the best services, every college has a counselor. So College of Science, you have Mrs. Piasa being there. College of Agric and Natural Resources, Ms. Ekwe Friyade is there. College of Health Science, Ms. Joanna Jocelyn Hackman. College of Engineering, you have Dr. Elizabeth Anochwa Safo. College of Humanities and Social Sciences, you have Mr. Mr. Rabbi Dako. Mr. Rabbi Dako is for College of Arts and Built Environment. And then College of Agric and Natural Resources, you have Mr. Gilbert Conway Langu also there. Then we have Mr. Joe here to also support ideal students and Obuasi campus students. So it's very, very important for you to contact them when the time comes. Again, we are at the JHAPA building office, or JHAPA building at a commercial area, and in the Dean of Students building. So when you come to the Dean of Students office, it's a one-stop shop. The counseling center is here and you will find us. Please, our number that you can reach us on is 050-644-9747. 050-644-9747. And you can also get us on the email address knustcounselingcenter@gmail.com. Come to KNUST Counseling Center and you will be happy you came. You'll be supported. It's your safe haven. We want you to be coming all the time. Thank you and thank you.
We want to seize this moment to welcome all freshmen onto KNUST campus to begin their first year academic work. My name is Divisional Officer Grade 3, Aka Desmond, the Head of Public Relations Unit, Ghana National Fire Service, Ashanti. Today I'll be doing the presentation with my other colleague officer, ADO to Renda Amwesiwa Obin. To begin with, I would want to say that KNUST Fire Unit came into existence in 1988 due to the rampant fire outbreaks that were being experienced on campus. And on 20th day of May 2013, the fire service took over the fire safety duties on campus. And as a result, we have been mandated to ensure that we organize public fire education in schools and in institutions such as KNUST campus, of which today happens to be one of the days that we are having such a program. We are also mandated to offer technical advice on fire extinguishers. We are also mandated to ensure that we give technical advice on building plans, and then also to ensure that if there is anybody trapped in structures or any other road traffic incidents on campus, we are there to save lives and property. I would want to move on to the various fires that we have battled as far as 2013 is concerned. We have fought over 9 fires at Unity Block alone, more than 10 in Africa Hall, more than 4 in Indies Hall, and the other halls are not left when it comes to fires that we have fought. These fires, fortunately, have not claimed any life, but has led to the destruction of property worth millions of Ghana cedis. We don't want this trend to continue. That is why we would want to educate you on some basic fire safety tips. Once you are on campus, when you are on your guard, when you will ensure that you do the things that we will ask you not to do, the fires will be out of campus, your life will be secured, and no property of the institution will be lost. Fire causes have been classified basically into 4. They are carelessness, ignorance, accident, and then deliberate. Most of the times, any fire that occurs on campus is either caused by one of these, either through carelessness on the part of students, leaving their electrical gadgets on unattended to, or doing other things that results in that fire. Ignorance, that is where people tend to not to know a particular thing about the use of electrical equipment or other fire hazardous materials that could create fires, result in injuries, and then also result in loss of property. And then when it comes to deliberate, we have some people who have the penchant of causing fires deliberately, such as the schizophrenics. They love to set fires, and such people, if we have them around, can set fires into any structure on campus, and we should be on the watch out for some of those people. And then also, some of the fires too are accidental. It is due to no one's fault, but as humans as we are, and per our activities, some of the activities are fire-related activities, and therefore, the moment the things get out of hand, it results in fire outbreaks. I would at this juncture invite my colleague presenter, ADO2 Renda Amuesiwa Obin, to continue with the other half of the presentation.
Hi everyone, my name is ADO2 Renda Obin Amuesiwa. I'm taking off from where my boss left off. I know you might be very excited as you are getting ready to come to school. Fire safety tips might be the last thing on your mind to think about. You may have seen a fire outbreak either on TV or happening live, and you have seen the devastation it puts the victims into. I'll leave with you some fire safety tips so that you have that at the back of your mind as you come to school. Fires do not give any prior notice, so you have to act very fast when they happen. Usually, when fire starts, it develops very quickly, and every item in your room has a thermal capacity to contribute to a fire outbreak. Usually between 2 to 6 minutes, we have a fully developed fire, which will hit, and then the smoke in the room would make everybody unconscious. Each hall of residence is equipped with at least a fire alarm and then an extinguisher. Fire alarms will sound immediately there is fire. Immediately you hear the sound, you should run. Don't take anything or think about anybody, just run. When you start cooking, don't leave the kitchen for anything whatsoever. Don't make calls while cooking. If you are chatting with somebody, the person must also be in the kitchen so that it doesn't draw your attention anywhere. you should focus on your cooking, and at least one person should stay in the kitchen throughout the cooking. Never leave your laptops on the bed because they can seize the fans from working. If they are not in use, keep them on desk or put them off. Use chargers that came only with your devices, because when you use other chargers for it, it might consume too much power, cause it to overheat, and there might be a possible fire. It is quite tempting to put as much as things to one extension lead. Do not do that because it could cause a power upsurge leading to a possible fire. Disconnect all plugs. Make sure everything is off before you go to sleep or leave your room. Don't smoke indoors. If you need to smoke, use the designated areas for smoking. Be extremely careful how you dispose loose batteries, because when they come into contact with metals, they can explode. There are two types of fire extinguishers you are going to see as you come to campus. This is a CO2, and then this is dry powder. What are the differences? This one mostly appears slimmer in shape, and initially they all used to be black as you see, but now they are in red as this one. It has a bigger mouth, which is a horn, and this has a smaller mouth, the hose. Before you can use this, you should have an acronym in mind, that is PASS, P-A-S-S. P-A-S-S. The P, which means you should pull the pin. There's a pin here, which has something tight on it, so you have to pull it out. The A means you should aim at the seat of the fire. The seat of the fire means where the fire is starting from. And then you should sweep, you should squeeze here, this part. When you hold it, you should squeeze it in. And the S means you should sweep whilst you are using it. So we are going to start a fire and then put it off with an extinguisher. Okay, so we are starting the fire. When you see fire like this, don't panic. If you know you can't attack it, just evacuate. But if you have the courage to do it, go in for the fire extinguisher. So we have here a dry chemical powder. We are going to put the fire off. So first, you pull the safety pin. That's the pin. You hold it gently to the end of it, to the horns. You should check at the wind direction of the fire. You shouldn't stand facing where the fire is blowing to. You should stand at the opposite of it. And then you should aim at where the fire is starting from. And then you squeeze that part I showed you earlier on, and then you put the fire off. I believe we all learned something from the demo, and at least we have learned how to use a fire extinguisher when there's fire. The school and the fire department has put in a lot of measures to keep you safe, but the rest is in your hand to keep yourself safe. In case there is fire and you are on the last floor of a building, don't jump the wall. Don't also use elevators when there are fires. Use the stairs, and it will help you keep you safe. These are some numbers I'll leave you with. In case there is fire, you call them. Don't prank calls because you might be leaving someone in danger. Save these numbers on your phone as KNUST Fire Service: 03223 922 92, 03223 922 92, 0244 865319, 0244 865319. And also call these emergency numbers wherever you are: 112, 112, or 192, and we'll be there to help you. Thank you.
Okay, greetings from KNUST, the most prestigious university in the country as at now. And greetings also from the various chaplaincies we have on campus. We come your way this day congratulating you for having made it into this noble university. And because of that, we say congratulations to you all. We know you've gone through a lot, but here you are part of this family, and we say congrats. I come your way to present to you how best you can create and also blend your academic life with your religious life on campus. Indeed, we want to welcome you in a very special way to this noble and prestigious family and community of ours. The purpose of this presentation is very simple: to help you so that you'll be able to appreciate and focus academically, and to be also know the need for your religious life for you on campus, and especially the importance of keeping this religious life and also your academic life, blending them so much that you'll be able to get the best out of it. So ingratitude, they say, is a crime, and against even revenge. For while revenge is a return for evil, ingratitude is a return for good with evil. And because of that, we need to be grateful to God for what He has done for us. We need also to be grateful to our various sponsors, which means our families, friends, and loved ones, and all those who have held it, made it for us to get here. We also need to be grateful to KNUST University for having given you the opportunity of your life to be able to form yourself for your future. Your being here is purposely for academic excellence. And we also are interested in forming you and preparing you so that you can contribute meaningfully to your life as well. And this can be achieved in very simple ways when you attend lectures, when you do your personal studies, both private and even your study groups as well. When you participate in all course or class assignments, and then in all these things, we warn you against doing things that are not good for yourself. And because of that, we also encourage you to avoid every exam or practice and also avoid any kind of plagiarism. Humans as we are composed of body, soul, and spirit. And because of that, we are interested in forming all these aspects of our lives. We need you to be holistically formed. And because of that, in your education, you need some principles for life, and that has to do with your belief system and the core values that will help you in achieving this holistic formation. Religion without science is blind, and science without religion is lame, says the great Albert Einstein. Integrity without knowledge is weak, and unless knowledge without integrity is equally dangerous and dreadful, says Samuel Johnson. All these are ways of telling us that indeed, even with academic excellence, we also need principles, values, and callings to our lives. Religion tries at least to help us to be able to answer some questions in life. Who am I? Where do I come from? What am I doing even here? And where do I go from here as well? From Christianity and many other religions, we normally say that we are created to know God, to love God, and to serve God. And by so doing, we also serve our community as well. Being guided by the mission and vision of this university will be able to help us to be able to achieve our purpose and our motive here on life. And because of that, we also encourage you to imbibe core values. Do not just pass through the university, let the university pass through you as well. And I'll leave you with this quotation, Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 9, that you need to rejoice in your youth. Indeed, follow your heart and follow the vision of your eyes as well. But remember that there is judgment. Let misery or pain not fill your heart, but remember to enjoy your stay here on campus. Remember to enjoy your life and even remember God in your youth. To be able to achieve academic excellence, spiritual maturity, and moral uprightness, that is what we look for you in your life. There are many examples of those who have been able to achieve that, blending their academic life with their religious principles in life. Albert Einstein is one of them. The great Augustine is one of them. We have so many local scholars who have also helped us in this direction. And because of that, I will leave you with this, that with body and mind and spirit functioning perfectly as a coordinated whole, what else could reasonably be expected of anything active, alert, and a disciplined person? We congratulate you once more, and we take care of your spiritual needs. Even as you journey through the walls of KNUST, remember that we need you to be formed maturely in life as well, holistically, so that you'll be guided by the principles. You'll not be deceived by any religious affiliations at all, but you know the purpose, keep your visions, and let God be God in your life. We love you. Make sure you observe all the safety protocols while here. Your life is so dear to us. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Hello, My name is Dr. Samuel Nikwe. I am the University Librarian of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. On behalf of the entire library staff of KNUST, I'd like to congratulate you on making it to KNUST and to also welcome you to Ghana's premier and prestigious University of Science and Technology. The purpose of university education is the acquisition of knowledge, and the library plays a very important role in the achievement of these noble objectives. In what follows, I'd like to show you the services and systems we have put in place to enhance your learning experiences whilst here in KNUST. So come with me and let me show you what we have on offer for you.
You have finally made it to the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, in Kumasi. Congratulations. Congratulations on making the passage into the world of higher education and assuming the new status of a university student. The learning journey continues, and the old secondary school way of life must now give way to a new way of life, driven by academic scholarship and excellence, with promises to be both interesting and exciting, but also difficult and challenging. Evidence shows that the majority of students who drop out of university do so in their first year due to lack of preparation, poor motivation, misalignment of expectations, and the reality of what they find when they finally arrive at the university. The key to integration and survival into this new learning environment is adaptation, and the psychological impact of such adaptation, if not properly managed, can lead to frustration and disappointments. This need not be the case for you if you make the library your home and a place for learning support to achieve your academic ambitions. So, on behalf of the staff of the KNUST Library Network, I wish to welcome you to the Prempeh II Library and its 6 affiliate college libraries. Like most 21st century academic libraries, we in the KNUST Library work hard to deliver to you a state-of-the-art library service which provides many services including the following: a seamless access to a range of print and electronic resources across different disciplines, accessible anytime, anywhere. A conducive learning environment that inspires both personal and group-based learning activities. Dedicated library staff committed to providing you with the highest level of support, both face-to-face and online. As the knowledge bedrock of the university, the KNUST Library occupies an important place in the university and plays a crucial role towards the attainment of your career goals and objectives. It provides an arena of learning possibilities and a space for generating creative and innovative ideas. I therefore invite you to make the fullest use of our services. Remember, you are here for education and not qualification. And the library is here to help you achieve exactly that. So speak to us about all your learning support needs. We are the reason for our existence.
You heard it all. The library is the knowledge bedrock of this university, and we are here to provide all the services that you need to make this learning journey a successful one. We therefore urge you to make the library a key partner in this learning journey. Remember, you are here for education and not qualification, and we pledge to support you to make this journey a memorable and an enjoyable one. Thank you very much.
You are welcome to the School of Graduate Studies at KNUST, which is one of the finest in Ghana and Africa. It has exceptional faculties, faculty and facilities spread across the university for equipping graduate students with in-depth knowledge and practical skills to excel in your preferred research studies. Indeed, the university aims to achieve a sustained improvement in its international outlook. An important driver for this aim is quality research process, which leads to quality research output, including problem-based research, high research influence in terms of uptake and citations, and then strong collaboration with government, industry, and civil society. I must say that the School of Graduate Studies currently runs several master's and PhD programs, over 400 of them, in almost all fields of human endeavor, including agriculture, architecture, business, engineering, health, law, mathematics, medicine, science, arts, and what have you. I am Professor Nicholas Chi Bafo, the Dean of the School of Graduate Studies. It is gratifying to note that graduate programs are carried out across all departments in the university, following established procedures, with the School of Graduate Studies coordinating all activities. This is done through regular and distance mode. And I must say that the coordination is done from the state-of-art School of Graduate Studies building, which is the envy of many. And indeed, sister universities in Ghana keep coming down to see if they can do same for their universities. We also do, with the help of Affiliations Office, assure quality examination processes, especially for oral examination of theses of graduate programs of affiliated institutions. We also mentor and run graduate programs with some newer universities, such as Ho Technical University. We are attempting to go paperless with the thesis examination processes. So it is my hope that after pilot testing the software for the process at the Department of Mathematics, we can fully roll out everything with your group this year. And this particular year, the school published and made available to supervisors and graduate students the following manuals. The first and foremost is guidelines for postgraduate education and supervision, which has been designed to enhance the quality of research supervision. So this one tells you about the role of your role as a student, the role of your supervisor, the role of your head of department, the role of the graduate studies. In addition to that, we have graduate students handbook to guide the activities of graduate students. So most of the questions you will have about your graduate studies on campus will be answered in this. So you have to get a copy of this. We will give you these copies so that you read and know how to solve some of the basic problems that you ask about. The third manual is Guide for Preparation and Evaluation of Graduate Thesis. And this also tells you about the number of chapters that you have to write in terms of referencing and references. We use the Harvard system, and this has been outlined in this manual. So you need it during the preparation of your thesis. In addition to that, sometimes there are conflicts between supervisors and students when they want to publish their work. So we have Guide for Policy on Publication to remove any controversies on publications. So when you see this one, when you are publishing, you are the main author. So unless under different circumstances, there is no argument about who should be the first author. It is your work. So nobody can compel you to put their names at the top. The school this year, in collaboration with the Graduate Students Association of Ghana, KNUST, GRASA KNUST for short, will help shape your life as graduate student through orientations, research trainings, and capacity building seminars in academic areas, entrepreneurship, life coaching and mentorship, and even in emotional intelligence. And my advice to you is that whenever some of these things come up, you should participate fully. We also organize training in research methods and management. And my expectation is that whenever this is organized, you participate fully. Because we believe that with such training and capacity building, added to the many outstanding individuals produced by this school over the years, who have significantly excelled in their fields of study and work. The school, in line with the vision of KNUST, has sought to go beyond the boundaries of Ghana to be internationally known as the leading center of academic excellence in Africa, teaching and researching in science, technology, and entrepreneurship, and creating high-quality graduates with knowledge and relevant skills to contribute to industrial and socioeconomic development of society. So we want to end this by encouraging you to make the best possible use of your time over here. You are very good faculty who are prepared to answer some of your problems and to work with you so that you can end this course successfully. In addition to that, I am supported by a Vice Dean, Professor Ofurikwachi, who is a professor of pharmacy, but he will assist you. So when you come and I'm not around, or even he's around, you can see any of us. In addition to that, we have a registrar, a deputy registrar, Mr. Simon Boriba, and also an assistant registrar, Mr. Charles Owusuantwi. They are here to help you. And then we have other supporting staff who will assist you whenever you have problems. So feel free to come around. But my advice to you as graduate students is that most of the problems that you encounter can be solved at your departmental level. So first and foremost, you'll be given academic advisors. You can see them, or tutors, but you can also see your head of department who will help you solve all your problems. But when it's beyond them, you're free to come to the School of Graduate Studies and we will help you solve your problems. Don't suffer in silence. For instance, you have a supervisor who is giving you problems, and I'm saying it doesn't happen at all, but occasionally one or two might happen. Don't suffer in silence. Come to us and we'll help you solve it. Sometimes when you're coming to us, you fear that the supervisor may get to know and will give you problems. On the contrary, when you come to us, you are matured people who will find a way to solve this problem for you. So don't suffer in silence. Please, please come to us. We will help you solve it. We also, as a university, abhor any form of sexual harassment. So when you experience that, again, come and see us and we'll help you solve this problem. Any problem that you encounter, don't suffer in silence. We have our counseling unit, anything that you encounter, please come over and we'll help you solve it. We wish you all the best. And my final advice to you is that your program may be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or even 4 years. But my advice to you is that be a professional. Come to the office at 8 a.m., work hard up to 5 p.m. Don't sit at home at your place of abode and dilly-dally. Before long, the time will catch up on you and you realize that you may not have done too much. But if you apply yourself assiduously to the tasks given you for the period, coming to the office at the right time, I'm sure you will finish successfully like the others who have been able to complete their work in due time. We wish you all the best and God bless you. Thank you.
Being the first crop and history makers of our nation's education development. The International Programs Office was established by statute, the University Statute in 2004, that is Statute 46, and therefore it has a mandate to take care of students' healthcare, student exchanges, academic issues, short courses, and accommodation. And just for you to know, as I said, the purpose of the office is to basically let you know that we are responsible for faculty as well as student administration in the university. We are responsible for exchanges, and also when students are arriving, for example, from their foreign homes, this office is the one that meets you. The IPO has a mandate according to the Statute 46, where the office is responsible for the handling of all matters affecting university vis-a-vis its relationship with other associated institutions, both nationally and internationally. And the IPO establishes collaborations with local and international institutions. We manage agreements involving university and its collaborators. We receive staff and students who visit the university on exchange programs, facilitate scholarships and career fairs, and host research projects. The office again facilitates acquisition of students, resident permit, visas, and foreign visits in and out the country. It solicits research exchanges with African and non-African institutions, as well as other Ghanaian institutions for staff and students. When it comes to the exchange programs, there are a number of opportunities for students who want to go on exchange abroad. And this one, it caters for both undergraduate and postgraduate students of the university. And the program is structured in such a way that it is in, out, in. And what that means is that when you come in as a fresh student, normally we make sure that if you are in second and third year of your study, you have the opportunity to go on exchange and come back to complete your program here, because the exchanges are limited and in such a way that we don't want students to suffer when it's about their graduation. That's why we leave it to the second and third year students to do that. So if you want to do this, you may apply through the IPO. On the other hand, we do advertise scholarship opportunities for students to apply. If they come, we do advertise to entire university, and the ones that are specific for students and also for programs, again, we treat it along those lines. We have a scholarship opportunities such as currently we are running the Queen Elizabeth Commonwealth Scholarship. We are running Erasmus Plus Scholarship, which normally takes students to the European countries. And one of the flagships that we are running is the Technical University of Munich, as well as the Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences, where we have a number of students who have gone there within the last 3 years. We also have Korea government and then TWAS ENIA postdoctoral fellowships for our students, and all scholarship awarded to staff and students are managed by this office basically. In terms of healthcare for students, it is our responsibility to take care of all the students who come on exchanges. It is mandatory as an office for us to make sure that they undertake the mandatory medical examination that is organized by the university's hospital. And the purpose is to determine the fitness of our students who come on exchange programs, to make sure that they are fit to undertake such a program. So it is necessary to ensure that they've gone through the right vaccination, and then they report to a known medical officer. So as an office, we take the necessary documentation of the student, and then I hand it over to the Director of Health Services of the university, so that whenever there is a problem in terms of health, the students know exactly where to go. So we liaise with the student clinic, we liaise with the student hospital in terms of students' health care. So with this, the requirement for that is a valid medical health insurance, be it national or foreign. If you don't have one, the office will assist you to obtain one. An introductory letter from the IPO to these health facilities of the university. And we advise that as a fresher on exchange, you report to the medical facilities as soon as possible when you experience any health problems. Security generally, as we all fall under, the office falls under the university security services. And again, as an office, we have a link with them, and we make sure that our students who come from outside, first of all, we take them through an orientation to enable them appreciate the cultural setup and also the cultural setting, as well as the shocks that they are likely to encounter, and appropriately advise them to know how they move on campus, how they move around campus. And we recommend that if you come as an exchange student, an international student, you try as much as possible not to move in singles, but always try to move as a group instead of moving in isolation. Especially late hours is quite dangerous, and we don't recommend that students do that. And you do not engage in arguments and as well as discussions with strangers as much as possible. For immigration, we are responsible for students' immigration status in this university, and we have a link with the Ghana Immigration Service to ensure that when students report, their immigration status are dealt with appropriately. And thus what we do is that we issue the appropriate letters as well as all the documentation that is needed to make sure the student acquire the permit to stay in Ghana on campus. So you do not wait until it expires. For example, if you are given 6 months and you are here for 1 year, you don't wait for the 1 year to elapse, but after, let's say, 7 months, you come to the office and again, you get it renewed for you. It is also important that the exchange programs are basically for academic reasons, and therefore, we encourage students that when you come, you attend all lectures and you follow all the protocols that is needed as an international exchange student. You take part in all examinations, next semester and the final examination, and we will do the rest in terms of getting your transcript and your results posted to you. The IPO also has short courses, and this gives students opportunity to learn local languages, for example, Twi, Ga, or any other language that the student is interested in. We also have a short course on history of slavery, African art and culture, architecture, farming systems, herbal medicine, and so forth. And this ranges between 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Accommodation is organized by this Office for International Students, and exchange students basically, again, we have an arrangement with the Ghana University Superannuation Scheme, which provides accommodation on campus, and the International Programs Office IPO has an arrangement for students accommodation, those who come on exchanges. And a room for a semester costs between $600 and $1,200, that is a year. And the IPO also has a guest house or 2 guest houses, which also accommodate our exchange student, which also accommodate our exchange students sparingly. That is when they come and we don't get the main university accommodation for them. At least we can host them there. But our staff or international staff who come are accommodated in the International Programs Office guest houses. And the charge is between 150 and 300 Ghana cedis per night. In conclusion, what I want to say is that KNUST is a very salubrious environment to stay. It offers students a very interesting atmosphere to learn in. And I want to encourage students who come on exchange to take advantage of the Ghanaian hospitality, which is actually taking place again in the best university in Ghana and the 12 best in West Africa for a more exciting and academic endeavors. The IPO is located at the commercial area of the university. It is actually the center, more or less the center of the university, and it is under the building Koyobotsio building. You find our signboard with a green background with the International Programs Office IPO boldly written, and the signboard stands directly in front of the International Programs Office. So when you're on campus, make time to visit us, to have a chat with you, and you enjoy your stay on campus. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my name is Egan Michael. I'm one of the KNUST taxi drivers executive. We are here for students who are coming to KNUST. We urge all students to take a taxi when they get to Tech Junction. Here is our taxi rank. So when you get to Tech Junction, we have KNUST Taxi Drivers Union taxis, embossment taxis here. So when you get to KNUST, please don't look anywhere. Just come straight to taxis with the KNUST embossment and pick a taxi to campus. When you pick a taxi without embossment, the security will not allow you to enter the campus. And we are here for the students. We work 24/7. Whenever you get to Tech Junction, you will get a taxi to the campus. Our prices too are very, very affordable. And our uniform is black and white from Monday to Thursday. And on Friday and Saturdays, we have Friday wear. That's what we use. And your security too, when you come to Tech Junction, please don't look further. Just pick KNUST Taxi Drivers Union taxis to the campus. Should in case you mix your item, please check the embossment, the taxi embossment that you are picking. When you come to the taxi rank and you tell one of the executives, we will find out and check and give you back your item. So please, when you come to Tech Junction, don't pick any taxi. Pick a taxi with embossment. When you pick any taxi without embossment, the security people will not allow you to enter the campus. Thank you.
Once again, let me congratulate you for being successful in your admission to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Management is very happy to welcome you as a student, and as part of our preparation towards your arrival, a number of steps have been taken. A key one is what we refer to as safe arrival for our freshmen. It is in two folds. The first package is for international students. For international students who will be arriving through the airport, we have student volunteers who will be welcoming you at the Kotoka International Airport. So once you get to Kotoka International Airport, you look out for student volunteers who are well dressed in t-shirts, either yellow or blue, labeled with KNUST logo and with freshmen indicated also. If you continue your flight by air to Kumasi, when you get to Kumasi Airport also, we have student volunteers who will welcome you, and we have a bus available to drive you to campus. And this arrangement is in place from the 5th of January to 11th of January for international students. On the local front, or if you are an international student and you also continue your journey by road, they will give you the needed direction to the main terminal of the VIP station. At the VIP station also, you will see one of these volunteers who will also assist you, give you the needed support so that you can board a bus to KNUST. Once you board the bus, it will bring you to either directly to KNUST campus if there are a lot of students on the bus, but if you have only a few of them, you'll be alighted at the Tech Junction. From that place, bus will then transfer you to KNUST campus. When it comes to our local or Ghanaian students, a number of arrangements have been made. We will have cadets who have volunteered and our own security men who are well placed along all the routes. Some of the routes on campus will be earmarked as one way, so you cannot use all the routes, and they will be available to direct you on which particular route to use in and out of campus. If you are driving your own vehicle, they will direct you to where you are supposed to go. If you secured accommodation on campus in one of the traditional halls, you can drive directly to that particular hall. If not, what will happen is that if you are coming by a bus and you alight at Tech Junction, another vehicle will be available from 8th to 11th January to drive you back to campus. When you are brought to campus, you'll be sent to a central point, that is the Royal Parade Ground, where another vehicle will send you to the traditional hall for where you are going to stay. If you are not going to stay in the traditional halls and you are going to a hostel, you'll be taken to the Dean of Students' office, which is in the Harper building at the commercial area. And from that point, you'll be taken to the hall, the hostel for which you have already selected. If it happens that you do not already have a hostel, we have staff set out to also help you and assist you to pick a hostel of your choice. And then, although it's a Saturday, arrangement has been made. You will pick the hostel and then do the necessary payments and also be sent to the hostel. As part of the package also, we will have our UITS staff, that is the Information Technology Service Unit of the university. They will also be available at the halls and at the office of the Dean of Students, also to register you biometrically, which is one of the key requirements of the university. We also, at the office of the Dean of Students, will make the needed arrangements so that you'll be transported to your hostel of your choice. What I will urge you is that either at the hall or at the office of the Dean of Students, we urge you to follow the needed protocols, because we all know that the COVID is still around us. You follow the protocols. For most of these places, the parents will be separated from the students to make the exercise easy. You always have people to assist you, and we plead with you that be with us, be patient, and you will always be attended to. And this exercise will take place from the 8th till the 11th of January, so that we give you the needed support to make your your entry to KNUST a memorable one. Thank you for listening to me.
University Hall. And on behalf of the Committee of Hall Administrators, this is the Hall Master.
Once again, let me congratulate you.
My name is Professor Alexander Enning, and I'm the Hall Master of the University Hall. And I would like to, on behalf of the Committee of Hall Administrators, congratulate all first years on your admission to one of the best universities in West Africa, indeed one of the best in Ghana. I'm excited to receive you. This is where most of you will be staying throughout the academic year. And we are very feverish to receive you. We are excited about, we have made several preparations already, and I'm sure when you come, you'll see that we have really prepared for you. Now, when you get into the university, and if you're going to stay in the traditional halls, you will be taken to your respective where you come along with your admission. Of course, you have to also come with a room allocator and a passport picture. So these are items that you need to come along with. Letter, room allocator, declaration form, and then your passport picture. Now, when you come to the hall, you will be actually dedicated student volunteers to office of the hall tutor, where your admission letter together with your room allocator and declaration forms will be inspected. Your declaration form should be signed by you and your parents, and will be countersigned by the hall tutor, a copy, and you also have a copy. Now, following that, you'll be directed to the registration desk, where you have an accountant who will check receipt of your payment of the academic facility user fee. And so once it is satisfied that you have paid this amount, the hall assistants will register you into our books and will assign you a key. You take this key. If you are the first person in the room to report, you'll be given the key. You go to the room with the assistance of the hall assistants, and then you would put your things there, unpack. You have a lot of things. Once you are settled, you want to go out, bring the key back to the office of the hall assistant. You can move on. Now, once the registration processes are done, there's going to be an orientation, fresh student, and this will start from the day following your arrival. So that is on Sunday, and then some will be held also on Monday. And so at the orientation, you'll be told a lot of things that you're expected to know whilst you are staying in the hall. We have a number of staff who will come, who are very knowledgeable in terms of managing student accommodation, who will tell you what you need to know. And so we are prepared to make sure that your stay is as comfortable and memorable as possible. And so on behalf of the Committee of Hall Administrators, once again, I would like to congratulate you on your admission to KNUST, and we look forward to receiving you to our various halls. Thank you very much. I will let my colleague, Professor Ncheje, come and say something.
Good afternoon to you all, and thank you very much, Alex Annie of the University Hall. I am Philip Ncheje. I am the hall Elizabeth II Hall, one of the 6 traditional halls in the university. Professor Annie, you when you come. What I want to add is that please be patient. Everyone who has been allocated a room already, paid for already, will be given a room when you come. You know that we are in. Make sure you wear your nose masks. There will be Veronica buckets and hand sanitizers around. Make sure you sanitize your hands and then maintain social distancing or physical distancing as much as possible. If you have any issue, you realize that most of the halls, you have students who may be wearing some distinct colors of the hall. Approach these ones or go to the porter's lodge or hall assistant's lodge, as we call it now, and make inquiry as to whatever that bothers you. Don't panic, don't rush, and be patient, and every one of you will be given a room. That is those who have already been given rooms. And as we said, I think those, I think the Dean of Students mentioned that those who haven't been able to secure accommodation in any of the 6 traditional halls, you will have the opportunity to get some kind of accommodation outside campus. And it's the Dean of Students outfit that seeks to these kinds of arrangements for accommodation. So we wish you all the best, those who are traveling from near and far. Please, we'll be waiting for you. Most of the hall will start registration from latest by 6 a.m. in the morning. We'll start registration. Some will even start as early as 5 a.m., but the majority will start from 6 a.m. And please, let me add that the university is not reopening on the 7th, which is tomorrow. It's not reopening on the 7th. We are reopening for first years on the 8th. So do come on the Saturday morning, and we are ever ready to receive you. We wish you journey blessings and a pleasant stay during the semester. God richly bless you all.
All right, so somebody asked if there will be accommodation for postgraduate students. The answer is yes. The university has some dedicated hostels for postgraduate students, and for those ones, to get access into those, you may need to contact the hallmaster in charge of the KNUST hostels, who works closely with the Dean of Students. And I'm sure the GRASAG executives can also be of immense help in this regard. So if you're a postgraduate and you need accommodation, I think you need to contact the Office of the Dean of Students and also the postgraduate executive, GRASAC executive. Is it compulsory as a fresher to be in a hostel or hall? The answer is no. It is not compulsory. If we have realized what we have done since 2018 is to decouple accommodation from admission, which means that when you are giving admission, it doesn't come with automatic allocation of a room or assignment to any hall of residence. The university floats all the accommodation issues. So once you have paid your academic user fee, you get a PIN that allows you to reserve any of the rooms in any of the traditional halls and also some private hostels around campus. And so if you pay the academic, if you're able to reserve the hall and then the room, then you go and pay your residential facility user fee and you can have access, select the room that you want. So it is on first come, first serve basis. And so it's not compulsory. If you wish to be in the traditional halls, I'm sure by now you would have selected your hall and room already. Some opted to be in the hostels around campus. We also have the GUSS hostels. Some opted to be there. So it is not compulsory at all where you want to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Eni. Somebody want to know what happens if hostels outside campus is not fully furnished. We as hall administrators, we are concerned with issues pertaining to the traditional halls. But as far as I'm aware, the hostels are dealt with at the Dean of Students outfit. But the price would determine whether these places are fully furnished or semi-furnished. And I don't know what you mean by fully furnished, whether you are talking of televisions, sofa, and other things. But whatever happens, the Dean of Student outfit will be able to help you in that sense. And somebody asked what kind of documents would you need on the reopening day? Say what are the things needed to be brought to the office on the first day of school and how many copies each? I think when Dr. Professor Eni was making the presentations, he mentioned that you need to show evidence of payment of the residential user facility fee or residential facility user fee, what we call RFUF. That is the payment that you make at the bank for the residential fees. And then we also need what we call your room allocator. When you selected the rooms, you are allocated a specific room, maybe 45 main Queen's Hall. We want to see that allocator. And then we also want to check your admission letter, whether indeed you've been admitted here. So these three things, make copies, at least get a copy of each of these three documents. And then, in addition, get a passport picture of yourself, a recent one, please. Many of you, I'm sure, I might have taken some photographs 6 months, 1 year ago, but we want to see some kind of a more recent passport photos. One is also asking what happens when your hostel isn't ready when school reopens. I think the Dean of Student outfit, when you come, will be able to handle all such issues. Is there some reserved rooms for distant students for weekends? The answer is no. In the traditional halls, we don't have reserved rooms for the weekends. These rooms are limited for the number of students that we have, and they are usually booked to capacity, so we don't have any reserved rooms. If you are in a private hostel, then of course you can make some kind of arrangement, but in the traditional halls, there are no spare rooms for distance learning, especially during the weekends. And please, is it compulsory that every freshman should report on 8th January? Yes, as much as possible, especially those who have accommodation on campus, and even those in the private hostel, because we take you through a number of processes before the lecture begins the following week. You do the registration, and then after that, you do what we call orientation in the hall, which will be done this year on Sunday and Monday. And those in the private hostels, I think from Tuesday going, we'll be doing the orientation there, including those at the Obuasi campus. And yes, we expect all of you to come, register, and start the academic year. You also need to be aware that you need to be declared medically fit by the university medical officer before your admission process, as part of your admission process. And this means that you need to be around to undertake whatever routine check that they may need to do before they can certify that indeed you are medically fit to enroll on your program of choice. What do I do when my pointer shows you are not in the current semester or 2020 and 2021 semester 3? I think these are some of the errors that might pop up when you try to log in. And sometimes do not worry about some of these things. I mean, when you get here, I mean, the most important thing is please make sure you are ready with some of the basic things that you need to come on Saturday. And when you come, most of these things will be taken care of. How can I book a hall or hostel? I think Professor Eni ran us through this. Now you cannot book a hall because the halls are full. And I'm sure even the certified private hostels at the Dean of Students outfit, most of them are also full now. Okay, I think I'm told there are some spaces in the private hostels. There's a question. I paid my accommodation fee through the car bank app, and on the receipt it was indicated as academic fees while I chose residential fees, so I couldn't get a room. I'm sorry, but these are some of the things that happen, and sometimes it's difficult to deal with. So in the admission letter, not admission letter, I think on the web, we indicate categorically that do not pay the residential and then academic fees together. If you do that, you have difficulties in selecting a room. So we always ask that students separate. First, you make payment for the academic fees, and once you're able to do that, the system will allow you to then book a room where you'll be sent a unique code to be able to make payment and then come back and select a specific room or bed of your choice. But if you make the payment together, if you lump the residential fees together with the academic fees, then the system will not allow you to choose a room. When you come, I mean, some of these things are very difficult, and I think when you come, try and talk to, even if you book a specific hall, go to that hall and talk to the hall tutor and see if this could be resolved there. I'm not promising or guaranteeing you that there will be a room for you at that particular hall, but I'm saying that it's worth going to see the hall tutor to see how you could be helped in that sense. Okay, so on behalf of the hall administrators, we wish you travel mercies to KNUST and a pleasant stay for the 2021-2022 academic, 2022 and 2023 academic year. You will see many of us at the halls. Approach us, talk to us, and we are ever willing to help you to have a pleasant stay here. God richly bless us all.
All right. So congratulations once again. There's a question. The person wants to know where IDL centers are located across the country. Where IDL centers are located across the country. You didn't indicate exactly where you are. But the good thing is that all our centers have been well captured on our website. You can have one at Kia University here. That center is available in Accra. Kwabenya, you have a center there. In Takrady also, you have a center. The simplest approach would be for you to surf and say KNUST IDL centers. And you would see that all the list of the centers are available online for you to interact with. Those in the north, you have the centers. Those in the Volta, you also have centers that you can take your courses and you can interact with our personnel there. How do I register my courses online? How do I register my courses online? So you have two avenues to do so. You can work with the AIM app. The UITS has prepared a very resourceful tutorial video for you, which would be shared for you as well. You would be able to benefit from the processes that is involved in getting your courses registered. However, once your credentials have been given to you and you log into with your credentials to the students portal, you are able to have access to the courses that have been uploaded for registration within the semester. Every semester, the courses that you're supposed to register would be made available for you to do so. So at the moment, if you check your students portal, you'll see that those courses are there. You need to click and register these courses. Further tutorials are available on this, and you'll be able to interact with them. On the other hand, you could also download the AIM app, KNUST AIM app, and log in with the same credentials, and you can register your courses. When the registration is over, there is a button for you to click so that you can download your registration slip or print it. And so that answers the question on how do I download my registration slip. You can do that. And another person is asking, when does online course registration end? Ms. Mfum would answer that one.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Online course registration for freshers ends on the day of matriculation. On the day of matriculation, that is when online course registration for freshers ends. Thank you very much. I've made payments, but unable to register my courses. Please, let us have, you can send your student reference number to us so that we investigate to find out what the issue is. Ideally, once you make payment real time, the next moment you should be able to register your courses. Thank you. Does the orientation include IDL students? I believe so. Oh, okay, Mr. Adu is there to answer, okay. So, thank you. So Chris, please, this is for you, if you can kindly answer. Thank you.
All right, so the question is, does the orientation include ideal postgraduate students? This orientation is for all freshers, all freshers. And so undergraduates, postgraduates, you take advantage of this orientation. And in a similar tangent, someone is asking, does the orientation include all first-year undergraduates? As I already indicated, it's for all freshers. So postgraduates, undergraduates, distance, regular, this resource is for you to take advantage of. How can I access my KNUST credentials, Mr. Nfum?
Thank you very much, Prof. Very simple. The URL, the address to the students portal is apps.knust.edu.gh/students. When you get to that login interface, there is a link there, forgotten my password or so. Once you click on that, you'll be given a text box to indicate your reference number, the number that starts with 2. Next, you'll be asked to confirm a portion of your email address, and then the credentials, a link will be sent to your email address for you to reset your password, and then that's when you can retrieve your credentials back. Has registration started? Yes, course registration has started. Course registration has started, and biometric registration will start for freshers on campus this weekend. Okay, thank you. What is a commitment fee? Please hold on, Prof.
Commitment fee. If Auntie Tio is online, she'll handle this. So the question is, what is a commitment fee? What is a commitment fee? IDL, Auntie Tio, or Mr. Ado, any of you available can answer this. Yes. Yes, please, Auntie Tio. Yes. So what is the commitment fee is the question.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
All right. So basically, we have distance learning programs and regular programs. Distance learning programs, there's a portion of your fees we call commitment fee. That's basically to ensure it's a portion of your fees that we call commitment fee. That's basically to. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, please. We can hear you.
So commitment fee is part of your fees. It is part of your fees.
All right.
It is part of your fees that you're supposed to pay. But it's just to ensure that you are telling us that indeed you are coming to do the programs. Let me quickly add that all our wonderful distance learning students, there's going to be a detailed orientation for distance learning students only come Sunday afternoon at 2. We wanted to finish this global orientation for all students. Then from tomorrow, we are going to receive a text message which will go to only distance learning students, detailing out how your virtual orientation is going to be. So most of your questions concerning your campuses, how to register your program, somebody is asking questions concerning buses at Accra Central to Accra Kabenya campuses. All those questions will be addressed in detail come Sunday. So today we'll just try and answer only the general questions. So all your detailed questions concerning Sunyane, Tamale, Takrade, then your MSc project management, logistics, M&E, all those program specific questions will be answered, God willing, on Sunday afternoon for distance learning students only. So basically what we are saying is that if you have accepted our offer to do a distance learning program with us, a percentage of your fee is designated as commitment fee. That's what is going to enable you accept admission. Then later you'll be asked to top a little bit and you can register. So the first option for all of us, as we know, is 100% payment of your fees.
But the university also agrees that there's some few challenges when it comes to fee payment. So we want to ensure that indeed you are coming to school and we can plan for you. So you are required to pay the commitment fee before you can have access to your credentials. So you need your credential as distance learning student. So we want to encourage you, do your best to pay your commitment fee. There's another question on Obuasi campus. Please, Obuasi campus is part of KNUST. So if you are going to Obuasi campus, don't feel relegated. You are part of us. You are doing your program on Obuasi campus. You'll be taught by lecturers from KNUST and also KNUST lecturers who are at Obuasi campus. So don't feel neglected at all. On the 8th of January, that's coming Saturday, there's no need for you to come to Kumasi. When you get into your bus or when the parents are driving you, go straight to Obuasi campus. We have a team there who are going to welcome you and also help you with your accommodation, registration, biometric, just what's going to happen on campus in Kumasi. So if you're going to Obuasi, don't feel left out. Don't feel we didn't mention anything about Obuasi. The dean of Obuasi campus, the registrar, and the entire team of KUST staff is waiting for you at Obuasi to welcome you to school, to make sure that you are settled in very well. That's what I will say for now. Any more questions for us, please?
Thank you very much, Auntie Tio and Mr. Ado, for that response to issues regarding IDL and then the general stuffs. There's a question which, Auntie Tio, I think you would love to pick as well. This student wants to know what the approved hairstyle for students are. What is the approved hairstyle for students? Did you get that? Okay, all right. So for hairstyle, let me just pick that. For hairstyles, the university has not prescribed hairstyles for students. Hairstyles for students. What we recommend is decency in your appearance. Decency in your appearance. And that is very, very important because remember that you are in the best university in Ghana. And all right. Okay, sure. So I think we were coincidentally talking about the same thing. So decency is of essence. Decency is of essence. And that is very, very important that you attend to. Yes, please. Please go ahead.
Okay, so I was just adding up to what you were saying, that we recommend decency, we recommend the appearance shouldn't just be about your hairstyle. Remember, you are coming into an academic environment. So it's not only about your hairstyle. From your head to your toe, appear decent, appear clean, appear neat. That's what we strongly recommend for everybody. And so let's be careful about exposing ourselves. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for that response. I think for this question, Mr. Mfumu will pick it up. I haven't received my registration PIN. So how do I make payment and register my course? I haven't received my registration PIN. So how do I make payments and register my course? UITS will pick this.
Thank you very much. First of all, the application number is what you need to make payments at the bank, right? So that number you applied with, once you can confirm you have been admitted, just take that number to any of our accredited banks, and as soon as you provide the number to any teller, it will pull, they will have your data so you can do your payment. Now, with respect to the student's credentials, which is required for course registration and other self-services, please, the address is apps.knust.edu.gh/students. apps.knust.edu.gh/students. When you go there, there's an is forgotten your password link over there, just beneath the text boxes where you provide your username, password, and the student ID. Below there is a link over there. Click on it. You'll be asked to provide your application number or the student reference number, after which you'll be asked to confirm a portion of your email address, the email address with which you applied, and then a link will be sent to that email for you to reset your password, and you will have your credentials back to do other things like course registration, checking of results, and all other student self-services. Thank you. How do iPhone users access the AMAP? Yes, the UITS is coming up with a new integrated, device application to service other device users. We don't have the aim for iPhone yet. We are coming up with a new application to serve all these purposes. So please use the online portal as an iPhone user. It's the same thing. The services are the same. So use the online portal as an iPhone user, and you have no problems. Thank you. Does the bundle roll over at the end of the month? For now, that is still being discussed with Vodafone. It does not roll over. So you are expected to exhaust it before the end of the year, the end of the month, and that is how it works, please. Thank you. How can you change your email used for registration? Very simple. And this is a good question. So you applied with a particular email address, and many of you, I realize, applied. Some of you applied with email addresses of your parents or your teachers and all. Now, the first thing you do is that as soon as you get your student's credentials, log into the student's portal. As soon as you log in, a link will be sent to that email address. What it means is that you have to contact whoever, the owner of the email address you used, and then get the link to confirm and then log in. Then you go to your profile, update your profile with your email address. So log in, update your profile with your email address, and then that is it. So please, as many as use the email addresses of some other persons, please, first of all, create an email address for yourself, and then secondly, log into the student's portal and update your profile. Thank you. How do I receive information if I change my SIM card? Now, of course, note this, it's very important. There's the very reason why we are giving you Vodafone SIM cards. The Vodafone SIM cards, please, is supposed to be used. And so we'll advise that when you receive your SIM card, slot it into a device, because information from KNUST will be sent to you regularly and normally through the text messaging medium. So that's how you receive information, and it will be through the Vodafone SIM cards you'll be receiving when you get to campus, be it Obuasi or any of the ideal campuses or here in Kumasi. Good, thank you. Now, on biometric, I think I saw a question on biometric. For freshers, once again, everything ends at the end of matriculation, on the day of matriculation. For freshers, everything ends on the day of matriculation. Please check the calendar online to know when matriculation ends. Everything ends for freshers on the day of matriculation. Thank you. Okay. Are there alternatives to course registration? No. Is supposed to register courses. Please, this is a very important process. Course registration must be done and must be done on time. Freshers especially, you are supposed to finish your course registration before matriculation, right? So if there's any issue preventing you from doing course registration, as soon as possible, seek redress, seek help, because on the day of matriculation, if you have not registered your courses, you are in trouble. So course registration is a requirement, and every student must do it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mfum. So the next question, Auntie Tio, if you are available, the question is it compulsory to be vaccinated before coming to school? Is it compulsory to be vaccinated before coming to school? The person didn't specifically state the nature or the kind of vaccination, but I probably think he's talking about getting the COVID vaccination done before coming to school.
Yes, I'm here, Prof. All right. I think okay. Yeah. I think the university has designated the University Health Directorates to deal with all the COVID issues. So when you come in, you are expected to undergo your university medical exams. So during the medical exams, you'll be attended to. You will know also if vaccination at your point of wherever you're coming from is a challenge. You don't worry. When you get to campus, during the medical examination period, all of those vaccination issues will be attended to.
Thank you very much. So someone is asking, are MBA lectures held online or face-to-face? MBA lectures, like other programs that are run, would be running face-to-face, but the university generally is also looking at running
Presented on bursaries and scholarship, if I'm permitted to do that.
Yes, please. Yes, please. You go ahead before I come in with a response. Please go ahead before I come in with a response to the MBA one. Auntie Tio, please, you have the floor.
Tell her again.
Okay, so all right. Somebody was asking whether fee-paying students are entitled to scholarships. The question is, are fee-paying students entitled for scholarship and bursaries? The answer is in twofold. So if you are a fee-paying student, let me emphasize to all our fee-paying students that fee paying for your program is not only for year one. Year one, you are paying your fees, fee paying. Year two, you are paying your fees. Year three, you are paying your fees. And final year, you are paying your fees. You cannot reach final year and you cannot reach second year, sorry. And it's okay, I want to switch from fee paying to regular. It is not done. It is not done. If you come in as a fee paying student, you are completing your program as a fee-paying student. So please tell your parents, tell your uncles, tell all family members that they should be ready, that the second year, third year, final year, if you're a medical student to the 6th year, architecture to the 6th year, veterinary to the 6th year, you are paying fees throughout your program. Most of the scholarships and bursaries on campus it's not available to fee-paying students. However, SRC has a small package called Ketwebiensa. That's why it's open to all students, whether fee-paying or not fee-paying. There are 2 external scholarships that are also available to fee-paying students. That is the GMPC scholarship, Get Fund scholarship, and the Ghana Government scholarship. Those scholarships, whether you are fee-paying or regular, you are entitled to it. So I would encourage all of us out there who are fee-paying students to explore available scholarship opportunities from Get Fund, Ghana Government scholarship, and also the district assemblies. As I said in my initial presentation, there's also the Student Loan Trust Fund and Brighter Investment. These are student loan opportunities. So you can apply for support for scholarship or financial support from that particular people as well. But when you come to school and you need any information on scholarship and bursaries, please come to the Office of the Dean of Students, room 19 and 20. You meet me and my team there. My team and I will be there to guide you on available scholarship. And as I said, currently, we have uploaded 4 scholarship opportunities online. Please go and check. If you qualify, why not? Apply for it. And if you have any additional question, meet us at the office, God willing, from Saturday going or next week. They'll be able to guide you on all the available scholarship and bursary that you qualify for. Thank you for now. Next question, please.
Thank you very much. So probably let me, for the MBA, the question on MBA, the answer is that KNUST is running blended learning, 30% online at the moment and 70% face-to-face. So there is a high tendency for you to interact with your course materials along the line, about 30% online. For this reason, the e-learning center has put together a comprehensive tutorial for you to be able to learn how to work with the virtual classroom. Messages will be sent to you on when you could commence with the tutorials. And you would receive that via the contact number that you used for the application. By Monday, the resources would be available for you to start interacting with. They are already online. You start interacting with, and you get to know how to find your way and navigate through the KNUST virtual classroom, so that the 30% package, the blended aspects of our delivery, would be simple and easy for you to access. Right. Can we pay 50% of our fees? Auntie, do you want to pick that? Since this also borders on something close to what you were talking about.
Faculty orientation, please. Can I say something about faculty orientation?
Yes, please.
Yes, you pick the
percentage to be paid, and then you can add the college, faculty, and department level orientations as well. Yes, please. Please go ahead. Auntie Tio, please go ahead.
I think their network is not so strong.
Okay, so God willing. Okay, thank you very much. So God willing, from Monday the 10th, Tuesday the 11th, Wednesday the 12th, Thursday the 13th going. Thank you, Prof. So I'm saying that the hall will do their orientation Sunday and Monday. So if you're giving a traditional hall, Sunday evening, Monday evening, look out for your hall level orientation. It's very, very important. Then it is very, very important that you join your faculty, your colleges, and departmental level orientation. That is where they are going to pick the programs one after the other and take you through program registration, course registration, and answer all the questions related to your program. So I want to encourage all our students, tell everybody, those online now, those who watch later, that your college, faculty, and departmental orientation is coming off. Some are starting on Monday, some are continuing on Tuesday, others are doing Wednesday and Thursday. Look out for your college orientation and participate fully. It's compulsory because it's a university and we don't ring bells to tell you information. It's during this orientation you are giving all the detailed information. So when coming Monday morning, God willing, make sure you arrive at your college on time and to go through the college level orientation. Another person has been asking questions over and over about the deadline for ideal postgraduate registration. My dear, don't worry at all. We appreciate your concern, okay? Don't worry. I'm saying that on Sunday at 2 p.m., we are going to do a detailed virtual orientation targeting ideal students only. That is why we are trying to limit your questions. Please log on Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. with all your ideal questions, the centers, your fees, program registration. I'll be able to help you out. All the e-learning packages, the face-to-face packages, how your semester is going to go. A strong team from Ideal Management will be there and the IT team to take you through the ideal orientation. So don't worry at all. Don't be scared that we're not talking too much about, because we have dedicated Sunday afternoon to distance learning, our dear distance learning students. Okay, so Sunday we'll answer most of your questions at that time.
Thank you very much, Auntie. So I think we would be wrapping up shortly. But there's this question, and let me just pick it. After watching it live, can we download it? I'm sure the person is referring to this section. Yes. After we are done, the files will be available. You can download and play over It's available for you to interact with. So that is for your information. The issues about e-learning, how you'll be able to find your way within the time that you are here, if you have to have a lecture online, resources and online tutorials to aid your e-activities could be located on the e-learning website. Like Auntie Tio said, details of this would be given to the distance learning students as well. But the e-learning website would offer resources that would help you also to have and navigate your way through your e-learning. The website is elearning.knust.edu.gh, elearning.knust.edu.gh, elearning.knust.edu.gh. You could have other resources also from the KNUST main website. If you have any challenge, the helplines are also available online for you to channel your concerns through. We look forward to meeting you. Whilst I revert to Auntie Tio to wrap up and end up the section with us.
All right, thank you very much, Prof. Somebody's asking concerning bringing all your luggage on Saturday. Why not? You are coming to school for the next 13, 14, 15 weeks. So whether you're coming to the hall or coming to the hostel, as the Dean of Students said, if you know direction to your hostel, please go straight over there. But if you don't know the direction to your hostel, we'll be waiting for you at the office of the Dean of Students located at the commercial area, welcome you, and will direct you to where your hostel is. But if you know where your hostel is, please go there directly. I know your questions, we cannot exhaust all your questions right now. That is why we have put together the college level, the faculty level, and the departmental level orientation beginning on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Do your best as a newly admitted student not to miss any of the planned orientation for you. That is why you ask all your questions and get to know your left from your right. This is university. Don't depend on your friend to tell you, oh, what did they say? What did they say? Come and listen for it yourself. We'll let you know information, how to get it, the text messages, the WhatsApp messages, the notice boards, etc. We'll be expecting you. So I want to say a very, very big God bless you. All the videos you have watched from the morning to the afternoon, including this Q&A session, will be uploaded at the university website. Please listen to it. Encourage all your friends and your colleagues to go back and listen, from the Vice Chancellor to the Dean of Students, to security, to counseling, to medical health, to sports, to fire service. Listen to all the video and the presentations again, and then everything. And we know that on Saturday, we'll be welcoming you to school. It's going to be an exciting time the next 3-4 months on campus. And I know that we are going to enjoy ourselves together. On that note, on behalf of the entire team, we want to say God richly bless you. Let your questions still keep coming. We'll be answering some of them offline for you. And the others also, when we meet God willing on Saturday and Monday at the college, we will do well to answer all the other questions as well. So thank you very much. God bless you. We want to say a very big thank you to our technical team for putting this virtual orientation together. And I know that we are going to enjoy the digital journey together. God bless you and see you on campus very soon. Bye for now.